You were handed a plan before you were old enough to question it. Go to school, get a good job, work hard for 40 years, retire comfortably at the end. It's presented as the natural, responsible path through life, the safe road that any sensible person takes. But if you look at it honestly, from the outside, you start to notice something unsettling. This path is remarkably good at keeping people busy, obedient, and just comfortable enough never to escape. And that's not entirely an accident. Let's start with the trade at the center of it. When you work a normal job, you sell your time for money. You give a company your hours, your energy, your best years, and in return, they give you a fixed amount. That sounds fair until you notice the ceiling built into it. There are only so many hours in a week. You can only sell your time once, which means no matter how skilled or hardworking you are, your income is capped by the number of hours you can physically trade. You are, in a very real sense, renting out your life by the hour. Now here's the quiet genius of how the system is arranged. From the point of view of the people at the top, the pay is usually set to be enough to keep you there, but rarely enough to set you free. Enough for a decent life, a car, a place to live, some comforts, but not enough on its own to ever buy your way out. Because a worker who could easily walk away is a worker with power. A worker who needs next month's paycheck to survive is a worker who stays. Dependence isn't a bug in the design, it's a feature. And then there's the lifestyle machine built around your paycheck to make sure the money never quite accumulates. The moment you earn more, an entire economy exists to help you spend it. Easy loans for a nicer car, a bigger mortgage, endless subscriptions, buy now, pay later on everything. Your raise doesn't turn into freedom, it turns into bigger commitments, which mean you need the job even more than before. You run faster, but the finish line moves with you. This is why so many people who earn good money still feel completely trapped. So why does the 40-year timeline itself matter? Because it's built to consume your most valuable years and hand you freedom only at the very end, when much of your energy and time is already spent. You trade your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, your strongest, healthiest decades, for a promise of rest right at the finish. It's not that the plan is a lie exactly. It's that it's arranged to extract the maximum amount of your life in exchange for the minimum amount of real freedom, delivered as late as possible. Now, none of this means a job is bad. A job is a perfectly good tool. The mistake is treating it as the whole plan instead of the fuel for a different plan. Because here's what the people who escape actually do differently. They use the job, but they don't rely on it as the destination. They take a portion of every paycheck and use it to buy assets, the kind of things that pay them without their time. And slowly, quietly, they build a second income that doesn't depend on their hours. That's the real exit, and it's the one the standard plan never mentions. The goal isn't to work harder within the trade of time for money. It's to escape the trade entirely. To own things that produce money on their own, so that more and more of your income arrives whether you clock in or not. When the money your assets produce covers the cost of your life, the job becomes optional. That's the moment the 40-year timeline stops owning you. And the earlier you understand this, the more powerful it becomes, because your money needs time to grow into that second income. Someone who starts converting a slice of every paycheck into assets in their 20s can build freedom, while a colleague earning the exact same salary spends every dollar and stays on the 40-year track to the very end. Same job, same pay. One quietly building an escape, the other running in place. So here's the reframe that changes everything. The 40-year career isn't your path to wealth. It's the raw material you use to build one. Show up, earn, but never let the paycheck be the finish line. Take part of every dollar and buy things that pay you back patiently for years. Do that, and you stop being someone the system depends on to keep running, and start being someone who quietly owns a piece of it on your own terms, long before anyone said you were allowed to.